Good afternoon, children. We were reading the First War of Independence. It took place in which year? 1857. This war is also known as with different names like Sepoy Mutiny, then the Uprising, Revolt of 1857 and so on. We have already read about the reason of the war. There were various causes responsible: political causes, social causes, religious causes, military causes, and then the immediate cause was the introduction of Enfield rifle. We have also read that this war was suppressed by the Britishers. It spread to different parts of the country, but then also this war was a failure, and although it did not get success, but then also this war shook the foundation of the British Empire in India. And in this war only, first time Hindu-Muslim unity was also shown, and that's why after that the Britishers started playing divide and rule policy. There were various reasons for the failure of this war, which I have already discussed with you in my previous class, and like lack of weapons, modern weapons Indians were not having, then earlier starting of the revolt, then lack of strong leadership, then lack of nationalism. Now we will see today what were the result of this war, and these results we have to see. First result, we can write that the rule of East India Company, the rule of East India Company was ended. So what was the result of first point of this result of this first war of independence? The rule of EIC, here I have written, it means East India Company was ended, and it was ended with the Queen Victoria's proclamation of November 1, 1858. When this rule of East India Company was ended? November 1, 1858. With Queen's proclamation, rule of East India Company was ended. Then second point of this result is the Queen Victoria only assumed the title of the Empress of India. Emperor and Empress, you must be knowing. Empress of India. Who became the Empress of India? Queen Victoria became the Empress of India. And then third point we can write, the British Crown took over the administration of India. Queen Victoria assumed the title of Empress of India. And third result we can write, the British Crown, the British Crown took over the administration of India. British Crown took over the administration of India. In result, first point is the rule of East India Company was ended. On which date? November 1, 1858, with the proclamation of Queen Victoria. And Queen Victoria assumed the title of Empress of India. Then opposite of emperor is gender opposite, that is Empress. Then the third point is the British Crown took over the administration of India. Then the fourth point we can write, a Secretary of State was appointed by the British Parliament to look after the governance of India. A Secretary of State was appointed. Why this Secretary of State was appointed? To look after the administration and the governance of India. And this Secretary of State was appointed by whom? By the British Parliament. And this Secretary of State has to work with the help of Council of Ministers. Then the last point in result we can write, the Governor General was given the title of Viceroy. Was given the title of Viceroy, and Viceroy was the representative of British Crown. The representative of British Crown. So we have seen that the British Crown was appointed, British Crown, the rule here in third point you see, it is written the British Crown took over the administration of India. And how British Crown was ruling on Indians? Governor General was given the title of Viceroy, and Viceroy was the representative of British Crown. So children, these were the results of the revolt of 1857. So how many points are in result you see? First point we can tell, the rule of East India Company was ended on November 1, 1858. Then Queen Victoria, with the Queen Victoria's proclamation, the rule of East India Company was ended. Then Queen Victoria assumed the title of Empress of India. Then the British Crown took over the administration of India, and next was a Secretary of State was appointed. Then Governor General was given the title of Viceroy. Viceroy means the representative of British Crown. He was acting, he was governing in India on behalf of British Crown. The British reorganized the army to prevent any future revolt. Next point was the British reorganized the army. The British reorganized the army. And why did they reorganize their army? To prevent any future revolt. Britishers could understand that now the Indians were united and they could revolt, and that's why they reorganized their army to prevent any future revolt. Then the next point was the policy of ruthless conquest and annexation of Indian territories was given up. the policy of annexation was given up. Means Britishers gave up this policy, ruthless conquest and annexation of Indian territory. Then the Indian princes were given the assurance that their states would not be annexed and were granted the right of adoption. Indian princes were given the right to adopt, the right to or right of adoption. Means now the Indian princes could adopt the children. We have seen doctrine of lapse. Indian princes were not allowed to adopt any son or daughter, and after their demise, after their death, their territories was to be annexed in the Britishers' territory, and that's why Indian rulers were very unhappy. And with this, after this revolt, Britishers gave the assurance to Indian rulers and the princes that their states would not be annexed and they were granted the right of adoption. Then more point was that full religious freedom was granted. Full religious freedom was granted to the Indians, and then they were given the assurance that high post would be given to them without any discrimination. Earlier what was there? Discrimination was there. Between whom? Between the Britishers and the Indians. But now they were given the assurance that higher post would be given to them without any discrimination. So children, these were the results of the revolt of 1857. What results we have discussed? First, the rule of East India Company came to an end with Queen Victoria's proclamation on November 1, 1858. Then she assumed the title of Empress of India. Then the British Crown took over the administration of India. Then a Secretary of State was appointed by the British Parliament to look after the governance of India, and one council was there to help him. Then the Governor General was given the title of Viceroy, and Viceroy means the representative of British Crown. Then the British reorganized the army to prevent any future revolt. Then the policy of annexation and ruthless conquest was given up by the Britishers. Then now Indian princes were given the assurance that their territory would not be annexed, and they were given the right of adoption. Then the full religious freedom was granted to the Indians, and then they were also given, the soldiers were given the assurance that high post would be given to them without any discrimination. And by the end of 1859, British authority in India was fully re-established according to the result of this 1857 revolt. But the revolt proved to be the first great struggle for freedom. Although this revolt was suppressed by the Britishers, but then also this revolt proved to be the first great struggle for freedom, and it became the revolt of 1857, the first war of independence, became the source of inspiration for the later freedom struggles, and its heroes became household names in the country, and that's why we still remember Mangal Pandey, who first of all refused to use Enfield rifle. So children, this lesson has been ended here, and so the syllabus of your term 1 also completed in history. Now today only you do ABC with me, and then this is your homework for today, that you have to write ABC in your history notebook and then submit it on our WhatsApp group. Now take out page number 132 for doing ABC, and first part, something to know. Tick the correct option. The revolt of 1857 started on May 10, 1857, May 12, 1857, May 11, 1857 and May 13. We all know it was started on May 10, 1857. Second point is, second question. Mangal Pandey belonged to which one of the following places? Jhansi, Hyderabad, Barakpur, Gwalior. We all know Mangal Pandey was from Bengal regiment and Barakpur is in Bengal. So second answer where you will take? In Barakpur. Third, who took over the governance of India from the East India Company after the 1857 revolt? And that we know, who took over the governance of India from British East. Third one is, who took over the governance of India from the East India Company after 1857 revolt, and the correct answer will be the British Parliament. Fourth is, the British Army was reorganized after the revolt of 1857. Why? To annex the Indian states, give more powers to East India Company, ruthlessly conquer Indian rulers, or prevent future revolts. We have read now only that the British Army was reorganized after the revolt of 1857 to prevent future revolts. Next is, the practice of looking down upon the black is known as racial discrimination, discrimination on the basis of skin color. Then the first war of independence is also known as Sepoy Mutiny, SEPOY. The British considered themselves what? Superior. Why did they consider themselves superior? Because of their skin color. Bahadur Shah Zafar was exiled too. After the revolt, Bahadur Shah Zafar was given the punishment and he was exiled to Rangoon, that is presently Myanmar. In Myanmar, Rani Lakshmi Bai wanted her lost kingdom. For kingdom only she was fighting. Next is, the doctrine of dash created resentment among Indian rulers. Resentment means unhappiness. The doctrine of lapse. Introduced by whom? This doctrine of lapse? By Lord Dalhousie. Then you see, Bahadur Shah Zafar was proclaimed as the Sahansai Hindustan. It will be true or false? True. At Kanpur, the revolt was led by Begum Hazrat Mahal. It is false. Begum Hazrat Mahal led the revolt in Awadh. At Kanpur, Nana Saheb and his governor Tatia Totpe. So here it will be false. The British followed a policy of racial discrimination. Discrimination on the basis of skin color. It will be true. The regiment in Meerut revolted on May 10, 1857. This revolt was started on May 10, 1857. It will be true. A Secretary of State was appointed to look after the governance of England. Here it is written. Secretary of State was appointed to look after the governance of India. But here it is written England. So it will be false. So children, these are the answers of A, B and C. Your today's homework is you write these answers A, B and C and in your history notebook, and then you submit it on our WhatsApp group. That's all for today. Goodbye and thank you.